Hey everyone, and welcome to another patch overview for the Apex and Triumph Conquer servers. This patch is focused on graphical updates for the client, as well as a number of bug fixes and balance tweaks. The first thing you're going to notice here is that I'm using a much larger game resolution here. This is a full 1920 by 1080 aspect ratio here, and it would auto adjust based on my screen. Now I can still use window mode, that is fully supported, but by default right now it is going to go ahead and use your full monitor resolution. Now this is going to have a few different impacts on the game. First of all, it's going to make ranged characters like fighters a little bit stronger because they'll be able to see people coming from further off. The range of attacks, jumps, that sort of thing, you still I couldn't jump over here, it's too far away. So all of those limits are still in place, but you're going to have a lot less issues where people are jumping on and off your screen and you're just cheap shotting them as they run in. So that is going to obviously affect game balance a little bit, and that's something that we will keep an eye on. We wanted to add this change though because it has been a very long-term request by our players, but also so that the game does age a little bit more gracefully. It is a very old client that we're using, and running in like really low resolution, 600 by 800 to 1024 by 768, it's just not really considered acceptable on today's computers. So that is something that we wanted to go ahead and change. The other thing you'll notice here is I am using the new weapon soul. This is the soul for water. So there is a backsword version and a sword version of it. Each week we are releasing these premium souls until we're finished. So next week will be earth, and then after that we'll be doing our fire weapon. So we wanted to add these just so we have some really nice looking weapons for people to mess around with and to make sure that they can get the best from their character. The other things that we've done here is that we've balanced warriors just a little bit more. We've had a lot of people who are upset with the changes, and it is understandable. I mean, waters have been very strong for a long time, and when you see a counter coming to those, it is justifiable to be a little upset over that. Now, the changes that we're making is we're just lowering the base damage on warrior a little bit, and we're toning down XP shield. We like how they're countering waters right now. They're not too strong. They're killing in about 4 or 5 hits with dash, and I think that's pretty fair. But we didn't want them all of a sudden just one-shotting lower defense targets. So that's why we're focusing on their base damage as a start. So that's going to be in this patch, and we'll continue keeping an eye on it and adjusting as necessary. The other thing that we are changing here is we've made a number of fixes to the inter-server guild war, and we're actually adding another server to that. So Shannara Conquer has agreed to join that cross-server war, so they're going to be in the war this Saturday. The war will end at 2 p.m. on the Apex time zone, and we have times posted on our Facebook for every server so you know exactly when it's going to end. If you guys have any feedback or comments, please leave them below. And until next time, hope you have a great week.